Hey, J20 Jeepster here. We're heading over to the computer shop to check out a project that's going on. HB gives you the runaround, but we found the problem and we're going to show you what it is, how to get to it, how to fix it.
As you might have guessed, this is the problem child, the fan. There's the model number if you're thinking about ordering one before you tear into it. As you can see, this one is very wobbly and loose, and no wonder it's making such a racket. So, we'll show you how to get to it. As you can see here, the computer is on its face, and near the bottom there's a softer plastic, and there's these little tiny screws, and that's what we're getting out now. This is like the secret access panel to the whole thing. And it just so happens that there's these little tiny rubber deals that cover up the screws to make it even more secret. So, once you get those off, it's a little easier.
Then, using a special tool, or I like to use a guitar pick, you proceed to peel off this plastic piece.
This corner. This doesn't want.
Once that initial piece is off, then you can proceed carefully around the rest of the screen, just like taking a laptop screen apart.
So the way I got the CPU fan out was, first I had to take the cover off. You want to raise this stand. You have several things in the way. Number one being the hard drive. So just a small Phillips screwdriver will extricate the 4 screws holding in the hard drive. We've already loosened those. We'll very gently try to pull out the data and power cable, which is combined in one plug, like so. And then there's a heat shield over the copper tubing that pulls the heat off of the CPU. It had 4 screws here and here. So we pulled those out, lifted out the heat shield, and then there are quite a few screws in the plate that holds the stand on. Namely, they just go around the perimeter of this plate, just all around in the plastic plate, and you got some with the metal tabs. You have to take those up, and don't forget to pull your power before you start. That is right here, right next to this stand bracket. So you want to pull the power because you're dealing with some metal components here. So do that first. Once you get all the screws out of this stand plate, you can lift that up. And then this kind of snaps in at the base. Be very gentle and try to pull that away, like so. You have to lift up a little and then back. And this has wires attached to it, so be gentle with that and just lay it across there like so. And then you have 3 screws holding in the fan itself. Here, here, and here. Plugs in right here. So you can pull the plug, extricate the fan, put in your new one. All the screws look the same. I kept them separate just to kind of help me keep track of which ones went where. Okay, so we've secured the fan. Just remember to put the plug back in. Turn on my light here so I can make sure it's seated properly. There she goes. Now, to reseat this stand holder, lift up a little bit, lock it in the corners, and it should go down nice and flat. Put these back in. So this shroud, heat shroud, lays in right here. The power cable goes in underneath. Yeah, I put in 1 screw prematurely there. This is a shared screw. This last screw and the heat shield shares a screw with the hard drive. It's a snug fit. Put our power plug back in before we get too far. Be watchful of these little washers that hold the screws against the hard drive. Alright, so match the cover up with the stand back there. And this should just press back on. Plastic clips all along the perimeter. The HP Envy Rove is almost back together. The dummy SD card will cause you problems if you don't take that out first. Some cosmetic plugs. And tricky to put back in.
Yay. Listen how quiet.
It really was so loud you couldn't stay in the same room with it. It made both a grinding and a shrieking sound.
Hey y'all, thanks for watching. I got a link there to some of my other computer stuff on my channel. You should also subscribe because I'm always trying to fix things and I also like to record it. So, likes and comments, be good. Appreciate it.